people of YouTube. Welcome to my channel. I'm Aaron, a software startup CEO who's just sprung a leak. On today's episode, we're going to talk about the status of the new solar roof, as well as the new 72-watt Tesla solar tiles. Also, there's a new Tesla solar diode thingy. I also need to give a span update, and I've also sprung a leak. Let's go ahead and start with the status of my Tesla solar roof project. Last week, a subcontractor for Tesla spent approximately 5 days removing my roof and drying it in. I'll leave a link in the description with last week's episode on that. I don't expect Tesla to be out here until next week to begin installation of the roof. I did ask them how long they thought it would take, and they're estimating 3 weeks to install the new solar roof. While reviewing the engineering diagrams, though, of the new roof, it would appear I'm getting the new 72-watt solar tiles. Once I saw that, I started doing a lot of research on these new tiles. It would appear the tiles are the same size. The weight of them has gotten a little bit lighter. It looks like that they've just changed the cell within the tile to be a little bit more efficient, to move us from 59 watts to 72 watts. Yesterday, a couple folks from Tesla went up on my roof to install some mounting equipment to hold the tiles when they're ready to install. I actually pulled one of the Tesla folks aside and asked him for his opinion on what he thought was different about the new tiles. Let's listen to see what he had to say.
So I personally have been a part of 3 or 4 installs with we call them the version 4 solar roof tiles, but I think they're more beneficial. You could actually see the increase in the cell count on the tile themselves, and the wiring scheme that Tesla has implemented for us makes things go so much faster, and it's just been generally easier to install than the version 3 products.
Notice how the Tesla solar employee called the upgraded version 3 Tesla solar tiles as version 4. I always love the anecdotal internal comments from the employees on what they see on the field versus what's on the spec sheet. It's always so much fun. He also commented that the cells themselves appeared less blue and more of a grayish brown than the prior release. You can totally hear Tesla on my roof right now. So in the video, you're going to hear a lot of banging and drilling. I also pulled one of his counterparts aside and asked how the diodes worked on the new solar tiles. I was kind of concerned, would I lose an entire string if I received some shade during the day? And that prompted him to pull out the new diodes that they're using with the new 72-watt tiles. Let's hear what he had to say about the new diodes.
So this would be the rapid shutdown unit. These go every 10 panels depending on string size, and this is what would communicate your gateway to your roof to where you could isolate shutdowns and all that kind of stuff. Interesting.
All right, that's it for the solar roof update. Let's talk about the spans that I'm trying to get installed. I know I haven't provided an update for several weeks now. That's because I don't have an update. The spans are still not installed. There has been movement though. Span reached out to me and said that they've decided to use a different electrician to do the installation, and they had me do the electrician inspection over again with a new electrician. The folks they sent out this time appeared to have been trained by Span. This will be their first install, and they are super excited to install the spans. So they're so excited that when they received my units, they sent me pictures of them. Let's see what they look like. The plan is to have the new spans installed in just a couple days, and as soon as they're installed, I'll be posting a video about it. All right, let's talk about the leak. I did spring a leak. I was walking through my house and I heard an unfamiliar tapping noise. That tapping noise happened to be water coming from the ceiling onto the floor. Check this out. In Florida, it has been raining for almost 24 hours now, and I still don't have a roof. I just have the underlayment on. Supposedly, the underlayment should keep me watertight, but I think what happened was the folks from Tesla that came here yesterday to install the mounting equipment to hold the tiles, I think one of the bolts they put into the roof might have not have hit the stud correctly. Upon spotting the leak, I called Tesla immediately, and the first person I called was my advisor, and I was not surprised. My assigned advisor did not take my call. However, I did call the random 1-800 line for any advisor. They did take my call, and they were super serious about the problem, and they created a group chat on their end, and they pulled their local Tesla installation team into the chat, as well as a subcontractor that did the dry-in into the chat, and talked amongst themselves on what they were going to do. Tesla then told me they would call me back. An hour later, I had someone at my house fixing the issue, and they went up onto my roof in the rain to fix the leak, and they did it successfully before any damage could occur in my home. So stay tuned till next week. I know I'm going to have a ton of updates about the roof, about the span, and about the toodles.